I'm going through all the photos of our year. Come and sit with me. We can look at them. Bring the tea, love. Bring the tea.
I'm bringing the tea. Wait a minute. A cup of tea.
Oh, fantastic.
Spot of tea in the
Spot
evening.
of tea. What a year.
What a year. Welcome back to Chev and Dev. So we have had the craziest year that I don't even think we can put into words, but we're gonna try.
So obviously this year had many ups and downs around the world, but for us it was actually the best year of our entire life, and we decided to go through all the ups and downs and adventures of our year.
So we're gonna go through everything from the start of our journey, which was the 31st of December 2019, till the 31st of December 2020.
So on the 31st of December 2019, we took a flight from South Africa to Thailand. We actually had New Year's on the plane, which was a weird experience. But even before we got on that flight, we had your parents drop us off at the airport, which was...
Devon's parents were in Vietnam, and we were actually going to meet them in Thailand, which is actually really cool.
Yeah, so we said goodbye to Cheval's parents in South Africa and then flew to Thailand and then met my parents there and then had to say goodbye to my parents there as well. So we had to say two goodbyes in the first few days, which was, a little bit difficult.
Yeah. So this was my parents at the airport, and it was really hard. It was really emotional. So let's try not get emotional in this video.
Yeah, or else it's going to be a long video. Then we met
your parents,
my parents and my grandmother in Thailand, which was amazing. They had just spent 10 days or so in Vietnam, and that was also special to spend a few days in Thailand.
It was so nice to reunite with them in a different country.
And then we got our motorbike in the first few days.
I was so nervous. I was like, I'm not going to ride a motorbike. You're going to have to drive. And my helmet was too big for my head.
Way too big. And it was my first time ever riding a motorbike. And then this was a big moment.
Yeah.
We got our first house. We moved into our first apartment.
This one was pretty perfect for us. It was so small and so cheap, but it was our first time living together, and it was a big moment for us.
Yeah, it wasn't the fanciest or most glamorous apartment by any means.
Yeah.
But we were excited just to have somewhere that we could be together, and the view was amazing. We were on the 13th floor, and we spent almost 6 months in that apartment. So that was really special. That's where we learned to just do everything for ourselves.
Yes, we were really thrown in.
The story is we bought a duvet for our bed, but the bed sheet didn't fit.
we had like a square bed.
We had a very strange shaped bed, and for the first 2 or 3, no more, maybe a few
we went
days.
like hunting for a bed sheet. You'd think it's this like simplest thing to find,
but it wouldn't fit our bed. Nothing fitted our bed, so we slept on the duvet with no bed sheet for about 4 or 5 days. People don't know that.
Yeah,
people don't know.
That's too much info.
This was a good moment.
Yeah, it was.
To remember.
It was new and actually really cool. So we had first received our electricity bill, and it was all in Thai, and there were like 7 figures on it. So we had no idea
what it meant
at all. We didn't know how to pay it. We didn't know what to do with this long piece of paper. You could pay your electricity bill at the 7-Eleven, and it's always like the last digit at the bottom.
So we thought our bill was so big because it had so many digits on, but it was only the last digit, and it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad for the first month. Do you remember this?
Wow, that's crazy. So Devon always knew that he didn't want to be in one place for a long time. So we had this map on our wall with pictures of our families and pictures of us, and he always looked at the map and said, like, where are we going next? And that honestly drove us to where we are right now. Is that thought at the beginning of the year is where we are right now.
It's crazy to think that we had just arrived in Thailand, big change, we didn't know anything, but we were already thinking, this is not it for us. Where is the next place? And I think we had really big dreams, not that we've achieved them yet, but we always kind of had that. It was just the first place we arrived in was a stopping point for future places we were going to. And
it wasn't to settle.
Yeah, that moment I was actually standing there, Cheval was on the bed and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm planning all the places that we're going to go to," which is kind of crazy to think that we were doing that. And you can see from this picture how messy our apartment was.
It was so small.
There were all these hooks on the wall, which was not
really
great
not
at all.
appealing.
And the couch that I'm standing on was full of dust and cobwebs.
It was like half broken.
We never ever sat on it because it was so disgusting.
It was terrible.
But yeah, an interesting moment for us.
This is kind of when we started to settle in, and
This
is really funny because I don't know. Did you ever do laundry at home? I don't know why I'm laughing because I didn't. Sorry, Mom.
But
before we left, she had to tell me how to use the washing machine.
So in Thailand, most of the places do not have a washing machine in the apartment. You need to go outside and go do it. So this was like our first day doing washing.
We were adulting.
This was very embarrassing. This is an embarrassing photo.
Yeah, why don't you explain it?
I'm even embarrassed to put this up, but this I remember was about 11 o'clock at night. And we were working, so we were both working, not just me. Cheval was on the bed and I was sitting on our dingy couch, drinking a baby orange juice on our messy couch. And I think, even though I don't know what I'm doing with my headphones, it just reminds me that we were working so hard because I think we had bigger goals and bigger dreams. So we were working really, really late, 7 days a week. Every single day we were working.
I think the reason why I took this picture of you is because you were so determined to get a better life for us that it didn't matter what time it was or what day it was. You just worked and worked so hard.
Well, we both did.
Yeah, but
Cheval was working, even though she was taking photos of me, she was working. And then this was one of our first trips because we went to Malaysia.
Yeah, that was our first trip and our first long distance train ride.
So this was in February, so this was before the whole pandemic hit us.
We had paid around 20 Rand for our ticket.
That was 40 baht for 5 hours on the train to Malaysia.
So that's like $1.
Yeah, less than $1.50.
Yes.
It's for free for 5 hours on the train.
Crazy.
Not very comfortable, I must say.
Yeah.
But that was an amazing trip to go and experience Malaysia. And then when we came back from Malaysia, we were still working, but one of the things that we did, as I'm sure you know from our previous video, that Cheval is a model, but we got to do a photo shoot together in one of the gyms in the city we were staying in.
That was really cool. They just approached us and they were like, "You guys are models?" And we were like, "Yeah, sort of." And then they were like, "Okay, you do photo shoot for us." And we said, "Sure, no problem." And we made a lot of cool friends that day, and they used our pictures to promote their website, promote their gym, and yeah, we had a good experience. This picture, wow, I don't even know what to say, but I think it was one of the best days ever, not because of the picture, but Devin had come back to our apartment from downstairs and he was carrying this box and I was like, "What's in the box? You have to show me. Can we open it now?" And then he said no, he wants to wait until the next day, which was our month anniversary. When I opened it the next day, I just burst into tears because I had no idea that you would get me something so amazing, and he knew that I wanted this. I had a really terrible brick laptop that needed to be plugged in all day because the battery was terrible. It was old and rusty, and why did you even do that? Why did you do it?
It was special because Cheval's laptop was so old and so slow that it was frustrating me, so I think that was one of the reasons. And I kind of felt like she needed to have a laptop that would work. And I think it was special because a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, we saw a rose gold MacBook Air, and we both said to each other, imagine one day we had one of these.
Imagine one day.
Even though it's just a laptop, it's not a
Never
Lamborghini
thought.
or something.
Yeah.
It's just, but it was just a moment that we were like, wow, this is so great that we can do this for each other.
We never thought we could be able to afford one of those.
Yeah. Then we went to lots of coffee shops. I
Yeah,
think
we
this is
took
where
it out.
started. Yeah, we took it out. This was the first
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, that was amazing. And we kind of then decided like, oh, what if we start doing like stuff on YouTube? What if we have like a YouTube channel? And there we started to think about ideas.
But then,
And then he got FOMO.
so I had a laptop that was okay, it was working, but it was slowing down a lot. It was a bit old, and when Cheval got hers, it was so amazing. I was so jealous. So I then got one for myself.
He ordered one for himself.
I needed to, so.
But you deserved it. I mean, it's actually not even a discussion. When you said I wanted to get a laptop, I was like, okay, get one. We didn't really show much of like what happened in COVID, but we did a lot of TikTok videos. I don't know why, but that was like our thing. And a lot of lockdown involved us thinking about creative selfies for our Chev and Dev Instagram page. So these are some of the pictures that we took leaning out of our window on the 13th floor and going to the Golden Buddha and seeing beautiful elephants. This was close to the beach, I think.
I think we just enjoyed touring. Maybe that's where it started for us.
Yeah.
We love to go together on our bike, go and explore, find something amazing.
And these were pictures of us like getting used to wearing masks for the first time ever. We've never done that before. And we went to a dog cafe, and that was kind of going into lockdown.
Yes.
And we had no idea what was in store for us in terms of the coronavirus. We had no idea what to expect, and then it all just happened.
This, even though it's us doing some meal prep and putting some food into some Tupperwares, I remember taking this photo where it reminded us that we cooked up all of our own food. We never went out, we never bought drinks or even alcoholic drinks or any food. Every single thing we ate was at home so we could save because we wanted to travel. In that apartment we were staying in, we didn't even have plates. So when we ate food, sometimes we just used the lid of the Tupperware as a plate. And my bedside table was like a box, and not that we didn't have the money to go and buy those things, but we wanted to save every little cent so we could buy the laptop and that we could travel. That was ideally our big dream. This was our little TV, again to show you what our apartment looked
That's
like.
how close you needed to stand to see.
To see, but one thing about us is we love to watch the Formula One. So this was a special moment in the beginning of the year when the Formula One started again, and yeah, I was just really happy that I got to watch that. I'm a big fan.
Oh wow, just us making a joke, getting real close to the coronavirus.
This is kind of the start of when it got a little bit more real for us.
Yeah, definitely. We had this tiny little whiteboard, which we still have right now, and every time we had an idea, we used to just write it down on this board and say, yes, let's make that video. And we always had like similar ideas. Whatever video Devin wanted to do, I was like, yes, let's do that, and vice versa.
This picture's special because this is actually like a selfie of my mom and dad back in South Africa watching our videos on the big TV. And we thought we had gone viral, but it was just our parents watching. But that was a cool moment
really
to see
special.
ourselves on TV
Yes.
with our YouTube videos. But the first place we went to was
Bangkok. Yeah.
So this
The flights had just opened up again
Yes.
after COVID. And we were so unsure of if we should go or not. We actually started to call immigration, like, are we allowed to fly? Are we allowed to travel? And they were like, yes, you can travel. And we were like, I'm so nervous. And when we went to the airport, it was just empty. There was nobody traveling then, not at all.
Yeah, the airport was empty, the aeroplane was empty. We had to fill out all sorts of forms.
And we had the best time. We booked this amazing apartment which we found on booking.com, and we were on the 18th floor. It had a rooftop pool, a gym, and this was like just the start of what our life could be. We started to get some ideas.
And we had acai bowls for
Many
the first time.
acai bowls. If you've been watching our Instagram stories, we are obsessed with smoothie bowls and acai. So everywhere we went, we had an acai bowl.
This is a cool picture because we did 24,000 steps. This was in one day, and I remember taking a screenshot because we wanted to see everything.
Yes.
Every single place we have been to, we wanted to see everything we could in one day.
Also, Bangkok's got like 10 malls right next to each other, so we had to see all of them. And we just kept on going, we didn't stop.
This was Cheval's friend that she had met, and now we had gone all the way to Bangkok to see her, and she's from China.
Yes, her name is Ivy, and she's absolutely amazing, like I said before. So Ivy, if you're watching this, I hope you like this picture. And then we met another friend, and Shane, he was amazing. He took us around as well, and any question that we had or any advice, he was always there. He actually also took us out for pancakes, which was very sweet. This place was really, really special. We actually went there on our anniversary, and it was a rooftop bar, and we were on the 23rd floor, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, and it was incredible. The sunset was amazing, and it was a very important day for us.
Then
a big change.
a big change for us. So we had gone to Bangkok for a holiday and fell in love with this idea of traveling full time, and that's when we decided to make the leap and travel full time and work for ourselves.
It was a really big deal for us because even though in this picture it looks like we're smiling and having so much fun, we were actually so stressed out. And from the beginning of the year, we were pretty much in a negative environment.
We learned a big lesson in the beginning of the year that some people, for some reason, will always say negative things, will always try and put you down and not appreciate and encourage your goals. So we learned that it doesn't matter what it is, go out and do it, just take the leap. And we made this big leap to go out on our own because we wanted to travel, even if it's not what people wanted us to do.
Yes, we defied the norm, I guess, and we didn't care about what other people thought about us, whether we were doing something right or wrong, and we followed our dream and we just went for it. So if you're stuck or if you're in a position where you feel like you can't, just go for it, just start and you'll see.
So this was the second half of our journey throughout the year. We had just arrived in Krabi, Thailand, which is a beautiful beach town, very small town, but absolutely beautiful.
We had a lot of adventures. We went on tours, we went kayaking. We also worked. We still worked in cafes, and we went to all the cool coffee shops and temples, and it was very special for us.
I think we just lived our absolute best life.
Yes.
And then after we had been in Krabi for 2 months, we wanted to move, so we flew north to Chiang Mai.
Chiang Mai is absolutely incredible, and for those of you who want to know, our apartments got better as we went on.
We got to Chiang Mai and again just explored as much as we could, different setting, being in the mountains, but we enjoyed going to, again, more temples at the top of the mountain, waterfalls,
Yeah.
and just exploring.
We also ate some local food in Chiang Mai, and we did make a video on that, so you can check that out.
And even while we were in Chiang Mai, we moved apartments. So we have another video on the apartment tour. Another very phenomenal moment that we had in Chiang Mai was the Loi Krathong Festival, which you will have to go and see our video on the Loi Krathong Festival. Well, the rest of the world had to stay at home. We were able to go and do that.
Yes, luckily during that time, the coronavirus wasn't so bad in Thailand. We had no local cases for 5 months, so we were able to go out, we were able to attend the festivities and celebrations and just experience the traditions of Thailand.
And we actually met some amazing friends while we were in Chiang Mai, most of them being photographers and other models, because Cheval is a model, so we got to make amazing content. Obviously we made a video, our previous video on our YouTube is one of the photo shoots that we did, an outdoor shoot which was really special, And then we did a photo shoot with a whole lot of people.
That was amazing, just to interact with people from all over the world, from America, from Ireland, from the UK, from Russia, and just to meet people in that community was totally mind-blowing.
Then towards the end of December, around the 23rd, obviously getting towards the Christmas festivities, and we made the decision, because we wanted to spend Christmas and New Year in a new place, that we were going to move again. So we had been just over 2 months in Chiang Mai, so we took another flight south to a beautiful island which is called Koh Samui, and we decided to have a holiday, and that is the last week before this video.
Yes, we had the most incredible time on the island. So we had the ability to go to beautiful islands. We went to Pig Island, we went to a national marine park, and we had the most fantastic week relaxing and spending quality time together, but also being a tourist and going sightseeing. It was really magical.
So you will have to stay in tune and make sure you are subscribed, because we have a lot of videos coming out on all the experiences that we had in our Christmas to New Year period. Now that we're reviewing 2020, we're thinking about what we're going to do in 2021.
Thank you so much for watching our year-end review with us. This year was very significant, very special for us, and we went through a lot of good times, a lot of bad times, but as you can see, we had a lot of adventures as well. So if you're looking to do the same thing, please subscribe to our Patreon and you can find out how we do it.
Just to say thank you to you, because we ended our year on 250 subscribers, which is not a lot, but the thought of 250 people watching and being engaged with our videos is really amazing for us, and all the support we've had, the messages, is so incredible. So thank you to all of you for making our year as special as it was.
We wouldn't be doing this without you, so thank you.
Goodbye.
Hey, thank you for watching our videos. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos.
And if you want to be friends, or you just want to get to know us a little bit better, make sure to check out our Patreon account, linked right below the like button, where you can see behind the scenes footage, updates on our travel plans, and you can control where we go and what we get up to.
Bye for now.